Your worth is not up for debate. No, it's not. And there's always a reward for thinking that there's a missing text or something that you just haven't quite grabbed. And what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen, Jesus' ministry was 3 prophetic years, 3 days. 3 days, not 3 years. Biblically, prophetically, it means 3 days, which means what happened in the 3 days. He died for us and he was risen. They go back to Genesis in 2:27, or just read other Genesis 2. When Adam and Eve, that's what he was trying to tell us. It was just that we only read on the surface and not finding out what it means. Jesus did not walk around for 3 years. These were all little riddles that pointed back to everything was told in Genesis. Everything was told. That's why people were messing up the sabbatical day. Everything. Even Genesis ministry. Why did he do the 3 years? It was 3 days. Why did he go on the tree? Why is it that they talk about the spear and the side is the blood and water that poured on the Roman soldier? Why is it Adam and Eve? Adam the foundation, Eve as the apple, and who is the seed of the woman? That was a riddle too. Mary was a riddle. Seed of the woman, human being, he comes in, every human being. That was a riddle. That he is born in us, spiritually, the seed of the woman. And then people are putting statues up. You see, God is great. Do you understand now? When he planted his seed in the woman, we are the women in this world. He's the husbandman. We all are the women. That was a riddle. The 3 years was actually 3 days. He died for us. What happened? He resurrected Adam and Eve. So Eve was the apple. It was a riddle. The seed of the woman. We are the women. We get his seed planted in us. We get spiritual birth, which is from the Lord. We have our hearts changed. Ladies and gentlemen, the whole book is about this. Last night when I was just taking a peek through and I go, oh my goodness, Lord. People are being beat up for 3 years. I mean, that's their past. Suffer for Jesus. No, he did it in 3 days and he did it for us. That's why it's important that you have Genesis. Every story in the book, that's why it was the spiritual stories. It all related back to I don't want to burst your bubble, ladies and gentlemen, and mess around with your religions. But you need to know the truth. And you can go in Genesis and Exodus and Deuteronomy about this. And that's the reward of the missing texts. Even John, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. The leopard, the bear's feet, the lion's mouth. John is back in the beginning of Genesis. He is the way, truth, and life. He was speaking about himself. He was speaking about himself. Do you see? We are the women. Marriage meant adultery in the Bible from God, not from us. That's why, spiritually speaking, when you get it figured out, then you'll know. So people say, well, you have to suffer for Jesus for 3 years. Well, I'm hoping they don't do it to you anymore, because 3 years was 3 days that he did it for us. And Mary, Eve, those were all just stories that added up for us. Even with the soldiers, they couldn't do anything. Why? Because they were asleep. Why were they asleep? Because they were living in the old way. So they weren't risen. Everything's a little riddle through it. They weren't spiritually risen. They were asleep. Asleep meant debased mind, living in the old way. And I said, oh my goodness, Lord, like seriously. What an awakening, right? What awakening. Everything in there relates to why was there cultivation for the 7 years? That was the 7 days. What happened after that? Could you reborn spiritually? It didn't mean pay off the debt. He paid it off. Prophetically, that's what it means. So when we're in different places and they're idolizing these statues, ladies and gentlemen, it's up to you to do your backup checks. Back me up. Go check out what I'm saying. We can even get Grok to go check it out for us if you want a computer. We are Eve. We are Mary. We are all that. It's talking about spiritually new. The woman back in Adam and Eve. Why did Eve come out from bare with the ribs? Jesus' spear. And it's fun to learn. And I thought, well, Lord, it's kind of too late for apart the 3 years thing, the 3 days, because a lot of people knew that. Why somebody would beat up a person for Jesus. Heck no, you don't do any of that. He's already done it for you. He tells you in the beginning, we are the women. We are the women. He is what? The groom. What's done is done. But I hope this opens your eyes up. Why the riddles were saying that and why Eve was from the side. Need the strong foundation with the pillars. Why the rebirth, that was all riddle. It's a spiritual book, ladies and gentlemen. It's all spiritual. Please don't use the Bible to harm anybody. Please find out what it's about first. I'm just asking you to back it up. We are the Eves. Why did he say cultivating? For somebody, he did that in the Garden of Eden. He cultivated it. So we could be saved by grace. Everything had to do with a prophetic year. Was our day, one day, each year. Please, just back it up. Have some fun with it. And I hope this enlightens you, that you can realize what you're doing before you step into anything. Always do your background checks. Find out who is the woman. We are the women. Who is the husbandman? God is the husbandman. What was he talking about? Jesus, and Adam and Eve and spiritual birth and why he used a young girl named Mary. That was a spiritual story. That was, we are them. Seed in us. He is rebirth. Give him praise and thanks. They're all riddles. Well, I'm going to go finish watching The Love Bug. So taking somebody's money and playing games on them and making them suffer, cause harm, obviously we haven't done our homework. Or else you haven't received the Lord. Well, this is definitely pure information from TT Cam Mouse from Truth. Do a background check. Always do a backup. Check it out in Hebrew. Check it out. You'll find out even the marriage has nothing to do with what I'm talking about, you and I going on a date. It was to do with the prophetic adultery from God. That's why he's saying when you get married to observe first before you get into a relationship. Everything is in the book. I love prophetic books. I just wish more and more people knew that before they cause problems upon someone else. Causing their heavy laden burden upon a person. Shifting blame and stealing from accounts and causing harm. Know that you matter because God is love. And may this build you up today. Back it up. Rhonda Fair, signing out.